everybody, it's Mohai and Chubby, and it's story time!
It's story time! Okay, which story do you want, Tubby? This one or this one? Okay. Talia and the Rude Vegetable. Oh boy, I didn't know that vegetables can be rude. Okay. Talia and the Rude Vegetable. As she walked towards the garden shed carrying a big pot, Talia's puzzled over her grandma's request. Her grandmother asked her to do something, and she's a little bit confused on what her bubby wants. Let's see, or why she wants what she wants. Could you go to the garden, please? Grandma asked. And bring back 7 root vegetables: onions, garlic, turnips, parsnip, carrots, vegetables. 7 is lucky. With 7 root vegetables, raisins and cinnamon, I'll cook a delicious stew to welcome the new year. Rude vegetables, wondered Talia, for a sweet new year. She lived in the city and had never done much gardening. See, your grandmother said, go get rude vegetables. Taking the shovel from the shed, she walked to the garden. Rude vegetable, she thought again, pushing the shovel into the soil. How can a vegetable be rude? Does it annoy or bother a brother or a sister? Does it talk back to a mother or a father? Talia remembered being bossy to her brother, and she remembered being rude to her parents. Rosh Hashanah's coming, she thought. I must ask them for forgiveness. So she went to get the vegetables. And she thought, how could a vegetable be rude? Because rude means not nice. And she remembered when she wasn't so nice, when her mommy and Tati asked her for something, maybe she didn't want to do it, or maybe when she was fighting with her brother for the doll. And she thought to herself, how could a vegetable be rude? Talia dug up a perfect round onion. Beautiful, she thought, but now what Grandma wants, she put the perfect round onion aside in the basket. The next onion she tried to dig would not come out of the ground. She pulled and tugged and pulled until finally it yanked free. What a rude onion, she thought. It wouldn't do what it was told. This must be a rude vegetable. She put the onion in the pot for her bubby. And then Talia went to the garlic patch. So first she pulled out an onion and it came out really nice, and she said, this must not be a rude vegetable. So then she went to the next onion, and the next onion wouldn't come out. She had to pull and tug. She said, this must be a rude vegetable, and she put it in the basket to take to her grandmother. She dug up a perfect round garlic bulb. These are gorgeous, she thought, but not what my grandmother wants. She put the perfect round garlic into the basket. When she dug up an enormous pinkish purple garlic. What a garnish garlic, she said. It seems like a big show-off. This must be the rude vegetable. And she put the garnish garlic in the pot with the onion and carried it to the pot to where the carrots grew. Well, some garlics that just came out nicely, she said, this can't be the right garlic. And then she found a big one, and she said, this is a big show-off. He's rude. He must be the kind of garlic that Bubby wants. Talia dug up a bunch of long, straight carrots. Wonderful, she thought, but not what Grandma wants. She put the long, straight carrots into the basket, and then she dug up a fat, twisted carrot. What a crooked carrot, she exclaimed. This carrot looks like it is pushing its brothers and sisters around. It's certainly a rude vegetable. She put the crooked carrot in the pot with the garlic and the onion and carried the pot to the turnip patch. So she took out a straight, beautiful carrot, and she said, this must not be a carrot that Grandma wants. She pulled out a very twisty one, and she said, I think this one looks like he fights with his brothers. This one looks like what Grandma wants. Talia dug up a white turnip with a pretty purple top. Fabulous, she said, but not what Grandma wants. She put the purple and white turnip in the basket Talia then dug and dug until the turnip wouldn't budge. This terrible turnip, she thought, it's what Grandma wants. Talia pulled and dug and pulled, and finally the terrible turnip came out of the ground. She put the terrible turnip into the pot with the crooked carrot and the garlic and the onion. Now I have 4 rude vegetables, she counted, and she carried the pot to the potato patch. Talia dug up a small round potato with lumpy bumpy potato, and she put the small round potato in the basket. The lumpy bumpy potato went into the pot with the terrible turnip, the crooked carrot, the garlic, and the onion. She carried the pot to the parsnips patch. She dug up a long skinny parsnip and she put them in the basket. She dug up a big ugly parsnip with twisted roots, and this one she put in the pot with the lumpy bumpy potato, the terrible turnip, the crooked carrot, the garnish, the garlic, and the onions. So the nice ones that came out nicely she put into her basket, and the ones that were all crooked and rude and didn't listen and didn't come out nicely she put into her Bubby's pot, because Bubby had said she wants rude vegetables. I have a funny feeling she didn't say rude, but let's see. She carried the pot and smiled. These are definitely rude. She dug up and put that. Then she dug up. What did she dig up next? She dug up the cabbage and put them in the pot with the parsnip, the lumpy bumpy potatoes, the turnip, the carrot, the garlic, and the onion. Then she sat down to think. Grandma wants rude vegetables, but surely someone else can enjoy the others. So she left the pot in the garden and carried the basket to the rabbi. Oh, she figured the rabbi would like the nice vegetables. Bubby wants the ones that are not so perfect. But somebody should get the perfect ones, and she took it to the rabbi. How sweet and thoughtful. Here, Rabbi, she handed him the basket. I picked enough vegetables for Grandma. These are the extra. Thank you, Talia, said the rabbi. These vegetables will help another family enjoy the new year. That's so nice of Talia. So thoughtful. And also she didn't want to waste the vegetables. Isn't that nice?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really nice. Talia returned to the garden and took a big pot to her grandma. Grandma, she said, I bought you rude vegetables, just like you wanted. Rude vegetables, her Bubby laughed. They're root vegetables, not rude vegetables. And they're very sweet, just like you. The rabbi called and told me that you gave him food for the hungry. What a mitzvah. Now, she said, let's cook the vegetables, bake some cookies, and get ready for the new year. And so they did. What a wonderful story.
We're done.
What a wonderful story.
I'm not done.
Yeah.
Oh.
The end. The story about Talia and the vegetables, and how she misunderstood what Bubby wanted, but then got a mitzvah at the end, because all the vegetables that came out well, she gave to the rabbi, to the Rebbe,
Yeah.
and the other one she gave to her Bubby, who made a soup. So there was soup and a mitzvah for the people who didn't, for the poor and the needy. That was such a nice book about vegetable soup. Okay, thanks for watching. See you next time.
See you next time.